Hey, Tony Gaskins here. You know what? A while back, I was touring. I started touring around the country in 2012, doing love and relationship seminars. So, yeah, long time ago. And I came up with this concept where I say, let his character be his currency. And the reason why I say that is because one thing I've found is that most women, as quiet as is kept, care just as much about a man's financial status and his money as they do about his emotional status, where his character is. So when you look around, it's a lot of people who say out of their mouth, it's a lot of women who say out of their mouth, oh, I'm not worried about money. I make my own money. As long as he gonna treat me right and he is a good man, we could get money together. But then when a broke man walk up to you that got a good heart, you looking at him like who shot John and forgot to kill him. And so now it's like, well, what happened to this as long as he is a good man? And so then it switches to, well, he got to have something going for himself. So then I'm like, okay, well, what do you mean something going for himself? Like a job? Yeah, he got to have a job. I said, okay, well, I used to work a job, as a group home counselor. You know what I got paid? What? 20,000 a year. 20,000. 20,000. And what you did with that? Who you taking care of with that? He at least got to have something more than that. I'm like, well, how much you got to have? Um, well, I make 50, so I say 75, and then I'm like, okay. Now the average man in America at least makes 35,000 to 45,000 a year. So when you say 75, you asking for a man that's double the average. So this man ain't just these men ain't a dime a dozen. What you asking for? Now, but guess what? What a lot of women don't want to hear. My situation is a little different because I was 21 years old when I met my wife. But at my job in the group home, there were men working with me that was in their 30s and in their 40s, and we making the same amount of money. Some of them worked a second job doing roofing or construction or something else. Some men worked three jobs, and I saw them sick, battling with different infirmities in their body because they just was so beat up trying to make money. Me, outside of my job, I had to work another job, but it was in my purpose as a author, a speaker, and a coach. And I eventually started to earn 40,000 a year. The first time I counted, I had made 40,000 in my business and 20,000 on the job, so that put me at 60,000. And I probably was, I don't 24 or some 25 years old. And so and then 27 I left my job. But so I was able to see the pressure on men to earn money. But guess what? My wife, she was not worried about the money. So we lived in the hood and we had a baby, we were married. So regardless of your age don't mean you need more money. You still buying your grocery costs the same if you 40 or if you 20. Your grocery costs the same, your oil change costs the same, life costs the same, regardless of your age. And so what happened and then when you have kids, we had a child. And so my wife, I wanted to go back to the streets. I went back to the streets in the first 2 months of marriage, she left me. And then she came back and I'm like, look, I'm trying to, I begged her back and begged, told her I'd change, promised to change. But I'm like, why can't I do this? Like, this is what a lot of men doing to make extra money, doing some on the side that might not be legal. And she was like, I'd rather be broke. than be with a man that's gonna do something illegal and end up in prison. She's like, I worked with a girl because she started working at the group home. She was like, a girl that worked with me at the group home, her dude doing 7 years for doing what you in the streets doing or trying to do. She said, I refuse to be a single mother due to your immaturity and irresponsibility. So I was like, okay, cool. So she took me for what I was, where I was financially. And she supported me and she helped me build. Now, what I had to give her in return for her support and helping me build is I had to give her 100% faithfulness. I had to talk to her right. I had to treat her right. She wasn't just, she wasn't doing this and being cheated on and being hurt and all of this. So it was a exchange. We were helping each other. We were respecting each other. And then she eventually had to stop working, because our son was born 2.5 months early. So then everything was on me financially. But she was getting refund checks from school, so she would be able to help out in the amount of about $10,000 a year, from school, which would pay some bills. It'll pay, the rent for a year almost. And so when you think about this, it was something to where she could have said, listen, I want a man that's bringing in money regardless of what he got to do to get it. And I coach a lot of women like that, who they're more focused on money. And if he is doing something illegal, okay, cool. Whatever that is, okay, cool. Long as there's money coming in. And some of these women in their 20s, late 20s, 30s, early 30s, late 30s, some get into the 40s. Still got a dude that's doing something that he shouldn't be doing, but she just worried about having a warm body and she worried about having some money. And it's a lot of women out here like that. And in the comments, you're a comment warrior. Money don't matter. Only character matter. But then when the real world presents that situation to you, I want you to really look at this situation and see, can you take this man who has pristine character, who's going to talk to you right, he's going to treat you right, he's going to submit and surrender to the will of God for his life, he's going to love you, he's going to love you down, love you up and down, left or right, he's going to marry you, and he's going to be faithful to you. And he's not lazy. He is not lazy. He is ambitious, but it's a journey. It's a process, and he's in that process. And he's a good dude, but you may make more money than him. Or if you're not able to work, he may not make enough for you to be able to live lavish and go on vacations every year and be able to get, your hair and nails done every 2 weeks if you can't work. And if you can work, you may have to foot the bill for a lot of the stuff that you want to do. But he has pristine character, high morals, values, and great character. And he has a dream, and he has a vision, and he has ambition. Can you allow his character to be his currency? Think about it now. Because life gonna present it to you. And you're gonna be tried. You're gonna be tested to see what matters most to you. Financial security or emotional security. Think about it. Financial security means you don't got to worry about nothing financially. You don't have to worry about anything. Emotional security means you don't have to worry about anything emotionally, meaning you don't have to worry about being verbally abused, physically, spiritually, mentally, socially, financially. You don't have to worry about any type of abuse, no cheating, lies, deception, manipulation, control, none of that. If you could only choose one, which one would you choose? If you could only choose one. Because guess what? In the beginning, you're going to have to choose one. You're going to have to choose one first before you can have both. And that's what a lot of women fail to understand. A lot of women fail to understand that because Very rarely will both come. I'm talking 1 out of 100,000 will both come at the same time. Because what happens? Pay attention now. Pay attention. Listen to me now. Listen to me. What happens when you see a single man with money? Have you ever met a single man with money? Okay? Not money, money. Have you met a single man with money and pristine character? You sure have not. I don't care if he a pastor. I don't care if he a politician. I don't care if he is a principal, a professor, a professional. I don't care what he is. When you meet a single man with money, guess what? He got some skeletons in his closet. But have you met a man with amazing character? Amazing character, but he didn't have his finances where you want him to be at that time. He comfortable with where they are, but you're not comfortable because he can't take you to the Maldives for 9 nights and 10 days. You're not comfortable because he can't go buy you expensive Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and Chanel on your birthday and Valentine's and Christmas. He comfortable because he understand the process. He understand the journey. You are not comfortable because you want to keep up with the Joneses, because you want to compete with the woman next door because she got Louis purses or Chanel purses or Gucci purses, and although you may can afford them yourself, you want him to buy it because that's gonna make you feel more feminine. So the fact that he can't buy that, the fact that that's not in his budget, you looking at him like less than a man. But you say you want a good man. Y'all ain't you ain't trying to hear me. You ain't trying to hear me. It's too real to be right. It's too right to be heard. You ain't trying to hear me. You ratting eye, you spraining your thumb, trying to get that comment off. So you want us to settle for old broke man? I can't believe this. So what we got? So we got to settle for a broke man. We got to settle for cheating. We got to pay our half on the date. We got to do this. We got to do that. You done tore a ligament in your thumb. You done typed the message 10 times and erased it because you know if you send it to me, I could rip it to shreds with common sense and wisdom. And you know that you arguing from the wrong place in your heart. Because you know I ain't telling you no lie. You know that you're going to have to make a choice. In the beginning, listen now, key word, beginning. Hear me what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you that you got to settle for cheating. I'm not telling you that you got to pay your half. I tell you to offer to pay your half on the first date because first impression goes a long ways. You don't even have to do it after the first date. You could let him pay the bill. And he already expecting to pay the bill. But you just shook things up. I'm not telling you that you have to settle for anything outside of the norm on the emotional side of things. I'm not saying they settle for an insecure man or immature man, but let me help you understand this right here now. Listen to me. See, emotional security will produce financial security, and that's what y'all don't understand. But see, financial security will not produce emotional security. Let me put this in other terms. I heard this from Zig Ziglar as I was changing my life years ago. He said, a man with character can earn any amount of money. But no matter how much money you have, you cannot buy character. So I just put that in other terms, and in my term, to say emotional security will produce financial security. And but financial security will not produce emotional security. You got to have that separate. What does that mean? Is that money will not make you happy. So here's what happened with so many women today. You go blind by a man's financial status. If he is what you consider broke or less than average or don't have the money to get you the things, y'all can have the necessities in life. And you got to understand that you could bring something to the table too. So, and if he got ambition, it's going to build. It's going to build. I just, created the site mymentor.life at 35 years old. I ain't had that at 21, but I had ambition. So I may sell my mentor one day for $50 million or more. And so guess what? Had my wife passed on me at 21 because I was only making $20,000 a year and I was a grown man at 21, had she passed on me because I didn't have a degree that would yield me a high-paying corporate job, had she ignored my character and my heart and what was in me and my will and my desire to serve God and to please God and to grow and to be a better man, had she ignored that and only focused on my lack of finances, we wouldn't be here today. So this is what I need you to understand, is that in the beginning, you're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to look at this person and decide, why am I choosing this man? Am I choosing this man because of his character or because of his currency, his money, his liquidity, his equity? Why am I choosing this man? Because see, what happened is you get blinded. So if he got enough money and he got money, everything about him looks better. You on the date kikiing. Oh, oh my God, oh, you are so funny. Oh my God, you so funny. All of a sudden, he hilarious because he got a bag. Because he got a bag of money. He breathe hard, he funny. The fact that he smoked cigars, the fact that he may smoke a little marijuana, the fact that he may drink a few too many drinks, the fact that he may play with his nose every now and then, the fact that he like to gamble, you ignoring all of those character flaws. The getting drunk, the gambling, the nasty movies. Why? Because he got a lot of money. You thinking about financial security. Because money, the lack thereof produces fear. It produces frustration. So what we are seeking as humans is financial security. What we need to be seeking is emotional security, meaning peace of mind. Because if you have peace and you have a peace of mind, that will produce financial security. Guess what? What I used to make in a year, I now earn more than that in a week. You hear what I'm telling you? Why? Because I have emotional security. And that emotional security produces peace. And when you have peace, then it produces prosperity. Listen to what I'm telling you. And in the midst of emotional security and peace, you are able to discover your purpose. So now you have peace, purpose, and prosperity. You didn't hear what I just said. Hit double tap the screen and rewind your 10 seconds. Double tap it again and it'll take you back a little bit more. You gotta shift your mind and adjust what you're looking for, because money does not define a man. And this is what I mean when I say allow his character to be his currency. And what you will realize is that a lot of broke men are actually filthy rich in character. And a lot of rich men are actually flat broke because of his character. It's a lot of rich men who are bankrupt, who are character bankrupt. So guess what? A man with a lot of money but poor character will eventually lose all of his money. Think about it. Think about it. Now, I'm not going to say any names, but I want you to think about the headlines of the media and the Me Too movement and the men who are in a part of that movement. Some of those men have made hundreds of millions of dollars. What they going through now? What are they going through now? If you got money and you can get convicted in the court of law with money, you 100% guilty. Because money will have you free. You hear me? In this court of law we got, if you got money, you walking free. If it ain't beyond a reasonable doubt. So when you get found guilty and you got money, oh yeah, there's some guilt in there. You hear me? So think about this now. Men with money but poor character eventually will lose all the money. Your boyfriend that got the money, but he's getting it through the wrong means, what happened? Where he end up? In the pokey, getting poked. Think about it. Do we have any people on TV, on your little reality TV shows, that was in a relationship with a man that you might have thought looked good and might have looked like he had a bag of money, and then went up the road, went to prison? Why? Because money with poor character. That's where it leads to. So I want you to shift your mindset and stop worrying about how old you are. Stop worrying about how much money you make. Stop worrying about how many degrees you got. Stop worrying about the needs that you have, and be 100% responsible for yourself. So if you want a house, you ought to be able to pay for it. If you want a car, you ought to be able to pay for it. You want some Louis and Gucci and Chanel, you ought to be able to pay for it. And cause what he needs to bring to your life is not things, is not money for material possessions. He need to bring pure character with good morals and values to add to your peace in life. And then the two of you can put your mind together, and then you can produce prosperity together. But if he does not have character, guess what? Y'all can produce prosperity and end up having to split it 50-50 in the divorce court. And you got to go through all the turmoil, all the embarrassment, and all of these things because you got with a man with poor character, but the ambition to make money, the ability to make money. And that's all y'all had was money and lust. You didn't have character and love. But when you allow a man's character to be his currency, everything in your life gonna change for the better. So this is what I mean. This is what I mean. You gotta, I ain't even looked at the clock yet. I ain't gonna look at it. Because I need you to hear me. This is what I mean. You got to look at this man, okay? And character has to be currency. So his character traits, his attributes, those are his assets. So if he does not smoke, that's $100,000. If he does not get drunk, listen to what I'm saying, get drunk. Because Jesus drank wine. Jesus turned water into wine. But you have to know how to handle your drink. So if he having him a glass of wine or something like that, okay, it's not the end of the world. He does not get drunk. He does not smoke like a chimney. Okay. You got some men that if they win a championship, they're going to smoke them a cigar. A cigar may be celebratory, but it's not a habit. It's not an addiction to where you kissing an ashtray and their teeth turning 14 karat gold and their lips starting to get dark from the heat being constantly pulled through and it's burning their lips, and now the lips starting to turn purple and navy blue. It's not a habit. Now look at this. That's another 100,000. He don't get drunk. That's another 100,000. He don't smoke like a chimney. He not addicted. It's not an addiction. That's another 100,000. Now I ain't never smoked anything, but so don't think I'm saying this to make concessions for myself. I've never smoked nothing, a cigar, marijuana, cigarette, nothing. But I understand I know it don't make a man a bad man if he's smoking a cigar, for celebratory reasons, and it's not an addiction or a habit that he got a habit to calm his nerves. Now, think about this, another character deviation. If he does not gamble, he just saved you $1 million. You got $1 million in net worth that's going to be added to your bank account because he doesn't have a gambling addiction. I'm not talking about going and getting a Powerball ticket when it get up to 500 million and he spent $1, $2. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about he doesn't go to the casino or go to the bookies or go to the little sites and spend thousands of dollars every week or every month or even thousands of dollars a year placing bets, gambling, because it's an addiction that he has. When if he's not doing that, he done added to your net worth. Okay? If he believes in marriage, that's another character thing, meaning that he believes in giving a woman a commitment until death does us part. That's another 100,000 he done added to your net worth. If he does not indulge in the nasty movies, meaning he don't watch them. He don't watch them. Not for fun, not for free time, not out of necessity. He don't want nothing to do with it. Because he want to build a real connection with a real woman, get married, and then they make their own movies for each other. But he's not watching another woman. He done added another 100,000 to you. Listen to me now. It even go deeper. If he don't go to the club, which I told y'all, a man in the club is like a butcher in the meat shop. He looking to cut something. If a man is in the club, it's for the wrong reasons. Unless he doing dance rehearsal because he getting ready to go on tour with Usher now. If that's not the case, that he getting some work in, some practice in to get some live audience feedback for his dance moves, he in the club for the wrong reason. And if he work in the club, he need to find a new job. If he gonna be serious about a relationship. If he own the club, he need to have somebody else running the operations. Because you're not going to be in the club looking at sets of hams on the back of women's bikes and not be tempted enough to eventually touch you something. Listen to what I'm telling you. So if he not no club rat, then he done added to your net worth. And this club is the regular club and the script club. Neither one of them. He ain't in either one of them. Now, this could have been first, but this is in no particular order. If he believes in God and he is going to surrender to the will of God, meaning the teachings, the laws, the commandments of that good book, he done added countless. That's priceless. That's priceless. You can't even put a number on that, to your life, to your bank account. Now, if he does not, you finna be emotionally and spiritually bankrupt with that man. If he don't believe in the higher power and that he must be in submission and surrender to that higher power and the will and his purpose for this earth, you're gonna be emotionally and spiritually bankrupt with that man. I hate to break it to you. Argue with me you want to. Trust me. I'm a man. I know this about these men. Now listen, now I'm gonna take it a step further. Cause he ain't got to be now all them things I just mentioned, those all a necessity. But now you got to also think about the way he carry himself in everyday life. Guess what? You need to stop cursing. You know why? Because a curse word is profanity. It's outside of the common language, and you use it in foolishness or frustration. And so you need to stop cursing. Because if a man curse, that also says something about him. Because it says that he either give in to foolishness, which is immaturity, irresponsibility, and also frustration, anger. So the fact that he uses words to intensify the subject matter, when that is put in a different context, a heated context, a heated argument, the ramifications of that man using those words become power. Those words materialize and manifest in real life, and it will lead to and incite physical situations. Listen to me now. So you got to go all the way down to that. And it could get deep. I keep on going now. But this is what I mean. You got to analyze every aspect of his character. And for the flaws, for the character flaws, you deducting from your financial security. For the character traits, the quality traits, you adding to your financial security, to your net worth, to your bank account. So listen to me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And the reason why I could tell you is because I was a man with no character. I was a man with low character, with poor character. And I saw my life then. Now I'm a man of high character. And I see my life now. I see what I'm able to produce in my life by having character. Because everything can be centered and I can be focused. And I can move through the world with good energy. And I can give good and I can receive even better. Because when you plant a seed, the harvest is going to be greater than the seed. So that's what I know as a man. And the same applies to women, but just in different forms sometimes. So what I need you to understand, my phone about to go dead, 20% battery. Let me do this here. 33 minutes. I'm finna go. I want you to listen to this twice. If you like the hour-long videos, that means you got time to listen to this twice because you missed something I said. And listen to me. Stop arguing with me. Stop arguing with me by the ways of a man. And trust me when I tell you, if you find a man with character, you gonna have to try the spirit by the spirit. So what I mean is, you're not really going to know his true character fully inside of 12 months. And he buys another month of your time with good character. As soon as he show you poor character that has some deal breakers in it, wash your hands and out of there. Because see, a man are fake. Men fake. So he may fake for a month, 2 months, 3 months. Then he show you the real him. When he show you the real him, you got to get some distance. And if the real him got deal breakers in it, that's who he is. And if you let him know, look, this is a deal breaker and this is unacceptable, So you're going to have to change this today, right here, now, in this very moment, right now. You're going to have to make a decision to change this today. And if he cannot do that, you got to be gone. Don't waste no more time of your life. You got to be gone. But now if he can have high character for 12 months, now you working with something. That don't mean you roll out the red carpet and you on your bike spread eagle. That's not what it means. What this means is now you may pull your guard from like this to like this, where you kind of can see them a little better. Then your guard may go like this. 15 months, your guard may go like this. 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, 48. You see what I'm saying? He buying more time with character. You might get married at 24-month mark, 36-month mark. If he ain't married you by the 36-month mark, then everything he doing, character out the window. He don't believe in marriage, covenant, commitment until death does us part. Character out the window. Everything out the window. He done cancel out everything else if he don't believe in marrying you. He don't believe in giving you that type of security and being under covenant. That means he don't even believe in God. He don't believe in what God stands for. Everything out the window. But listen to me now. So this is what you got to be mindful of. This is what you got to be watching for. And now here's the thing. I almost forgot this. Lord, thank you, Holy Spirit. This character has to be coupled with ambition. Okay? Character do not mean sitting on the couch as a couch potato playing Xbox or PS4. That is not character. So when I say character, I'm not talking about a man who cook, clean, talk to you like a queen. He sucking toes. He rubbing bike. He massaging scalp. He scratching under your bra strap. He, massaging the corns on up under your feet. He running bath water. He washing your car. He out there changing the oil. But he don't want to work. He don't have any dreams. He don't have any ambition. So if he doesn't have ambition with balance, I'm not talking about a workaholic. See, it's so many nuances to this. That's why you got to stop arguing and trying to prove a point and listen to receive instead of to reply. And so, because there's nuances to this. There's little caveats. I'm just throwing in some new words I done heard. I don't even know what they mean, if they even go there. The nuances and caveats. But you have to pay attention, because what's going to happen is he will be perfect in the way he treats you. But if he does not have ambition, that means he does not have character. He doesn't have good character. He's being nice because he need a meal ticket. He being nice because he wants some help, because he want a sponsor, because he want to be a stay-at-home dad. That's not character. That's a moocher. He's a leech. That ain't character. So character is not just treating you right and talking to you nice and doing for you and catering to you. No. Character mean you doing all that, but you pursuing purpose. And understand what I mean by purpose. Now here go another caveat. I need to look that word up. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Yes, I do. I'm playing with y'all. Here go another little lesson that you got to get. Okay? Purpose is rooted in service and something that is productive in the world. Something that will shift the culture or make someone's life better. So he could push pencils for a living. But with the earnings from that, he need to be pursuing purpose like buying shoes for impoverished kids, starting a nonprofit organization, writing a book, teaching lessons from his life to pass down to his kids and other people's kids to help them. See, purpose moves the story forward. It moves the world forward. It serves. Even if he open a soup kitchen, if he can't open it, if he's serving at it, if he working at it, but he's still ambitious and working in his life and his business. That's what you got to understand. Now here go the next little lesson here. Here go the next little lesson. Y'all notice when I'm talking long, I ain't repeating myself saying the same stuff over and over. I'm developing the message. That's why I got to talk so longer than the average other coaches on here. But this is what I need you to understand right here now, okay? He has to understand what purpose is. So you got to have high character, high morals, high values, but he has to have ambition. But the ambition has to have direction. It got to have direction. It got to be in bounds, meaning a drug dealer is ambitious. A scam artist is ambitious. A drug dealer got dreams. A scam artist got dreams. It has to be in bounds. It has to have direction. It has to have principles and morals and values in his ambition. You see what I'm saying? So if he want to be a rapper, what kind of rap? Because you rapping about booty to booty to booty to boo, that's not purpose. You want to be famous. And if you want to be famous, you want to be known for what? For the perks that come with it, because you feel insecure on the inside. But the perks that come with that is loose women. So, so you nice, and you cooking and cleaning and washing and rubbing and touching and ducking and doing all of this here, got big toe in your mouth because you want somebody to fund your rap fantasy or your business fantasy, because you want to be known around town or around the state or around the country or around the world, so that you could benefit from the perks, which is the loose booty women. Found you out, discovered you. So what's your means to an end, young fella? Don't tell me you want to be a rapper or you want to be a club promoter so that you can give back to the needy. No, you don't. You're lying. Because you could do countless other things. Now, if you want to be a rapper to produce conscious music with a message that is going to go against this industry and upend what the industry is trying to do, okay, that is a dream. But when you want to do things, when your means are corrupt or immoral or immature or irresponsible, then the root of your desires are toxic. You want it for the wrong reason, young fella. Listen to me. Or old fella, seasoned fella. Listen to me. So you got to have a dream, not a fantasy. See, a dream is rooted in purpose. A fantasy is rooted in pleasure. If you see somebody in the comments that did not get to this point, and you see them making a comment about something that you could tell from early in the video and they didn't get this far, tell them, be quiet and go watch the video to get to the real meat of it. Just because I need everybody to get to this point, to hear what I just said. Because this is the thing that's missing right now. When you with this man, his character got to be backed by pure ambition. His character means that you love yourself, you respect yourself, you love others, you respect others, and that you are pursuing your purpose for this earth. That your goal in life is to not die before completing the work that God has given you to do. And in the process of doing that, you are not trying to hurt anyone. Not your girlfriend, not your fiance, not your wife, not your friends, not your business partner. You are not trying to intentionally hurt anyone. Now, because of somebody's own disposition in their life, they may feel offended or get hurt because of how they take things, but that is not your intention, and that's not what you're out to do. That is a man of character. If anything is missing, then that is not character. That's ill motives, and which will produce ill-gotten gains. You hear what I'm telling you? You got to understand the difference. So if you got a man who his morals and his values and his character is out of whack, guess what? Your relationship is going to be out of whack because his love is out of whack. But when everything is in line and it's clicking, it's all clicking, it's clicking on all cylinders, then guess what? It's going to produce peace, purpose, and prosperity. Hey, this is Tony Gaskin. Do me a favor. Find you a little bit more time today and listen to this video again. When you're not driving, when you're not cleaning up, when you're not working, and get your journal or your notepad and take notes on this here video. Because if you could get this and you can internalize this, as a man, you're going to become a better man, a real man. And as a woman, you're going to be able to become a better woman, but you also going to be able to recognize a real man when you see him. And you're going to realize that a real man has nothing to do with money. Has nothing to do with money. Money will become a byproduct of being a real man. But a man who is not a real man can make money because that's just currency that is moved around. It's paper. It's a lot of ways to make money without character. But there's no way to buy character with your money. You're going to have to do that on your own. So, hey, this is Tony Gaskin. God bless you. Hey, make sure you check the links in the description. I always have something important for you. And some of y'all, you're sleeping on the Zander insurance free quote. Make sure you get that free quote. There's not a scam. If you follow some other financial teachers out there, Zander been around for decades. I got my life insurance policy through them. So do me a favor and get your free quote, even if you already having life insurance, to compare it. Or you can, on the page, you'll see the number. You can call them. Talk to a live person. It's real people. They're professional. I wouldn't be mentioning them or snapping them. So if you got to this point in this video, please get your free quote on life insurance before January 31st. And I always try to put it in the description. God bless you. We'll talk soon.